Hello, today I will be showing you how to do chemical equations and how to turn the balance. I'll show you one balanced equation and two unbalanced equations. So, let's start. Alright, so N2 plus 3H2 and 2NH3. So, N2 plus 3H2, N, nitrogen, aka an element in the periodic table. It has a little 2 here. This little 2 is a subscript. It's called a subscript. It represents the number of atoms. So 2 and nitrogen, that means nitrogen has 2 atoms. Hydrogen, it has a subscript of 2, so that means it has 2 atoms. But there is a number here that's not small. It's called the coefficient. The coefficient is the number of molecules. So to get the number of atoms in total, you must multiply the number of atoms and the number of molecules to get the actual number of atoms. So like right now, I put 3 times 2 and it's 6. So there's 2 sides here. This arrow represents 2 sides. Here are the reactants and here are the products. Reactants are like N2 plus 3H2. It has addition, subtraction, and all that stuff. Products are like the answers to it. So the arrow represents kind of like the equal sign, sort of. So N, it has no subscript. That means it has 1 atom. So 1 times 2 is 2. Hydrogen has a subscript of 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. This is balanced because it has the same number of atoms per side. So 2, 6 for nitrogen and hydrogen, 2, 6 for nitrogen and hydrogen. Now let's go into the second equation. H2O and 2H2O. So here, they're both products because they both have no addition or subtraction or anything like that. The subscript for this hydrogen is 2, so that's how many atoms it has. Oxygen, like number 1's nitrogen, it has no subscript, so 1. Hydrogen, again, subscript of 2 times 2 is 4. Oxygen, 1 times 2 is 2. So now they're not even. They don't have the same amount of atoms. I'm not able to move any subscripts or add any elements or anything like that to help me, but I am able to add a coefficient. So I could add a 2 here to make it the same equation. H2O, 2H2O. Or 2H2O, 2H2O. So instead of 1, 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So now it's 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. And I am now able, and then now it is now balanced because they both have the same number of atoms. So let's go to the third one. C3H8 plus O2 and H2O plus CO2. They are both reactants. And they're unbalanced, as you can see. So carbon has 3 atoms because its subscript is 3. Hydrogen has atoms. It has a subscript of 8, so it has 8 atoms. Oxygen has a subscript of 2, so it now has 2 atoms. So 3, 8, 2. Now for the other side, H2O and plus 2H2O. So hydrogen has 2 atoms because it has a subscript of 2. Oxygen has 1 atom. Carbon has 1 atom because they both have no coefficient and no subscripts. Now there's another oxygen. So instead of 1, it's a 3, because 2 plus 1 is 3. Now, I must try to make them balanced. So, what should I try to do? Let's see. I could only add coefficients, so I must make it even. I could try to add a 3. I could try to add a 3 here to make this a 9. to make the number of atoms for carbon a 9. For here, I could add a 9. Sorry, it's such a weird 9, but it's 9. 1 times 9 is 9. So now carbon is equal. Oxygen, 2 times 9 is 18. Or 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm going to put 18. For now. You'll see why I put this later. So now for hydrogen, 8 and 2. I'm thinking of adding a 4 to make, because 4 times 2 is 8. So instead, it's now 8. Oxygen, a 2 and a 3. And this 18 is now coming to action, because 2, I'm thinking of adding 11 here to make it to 22. So now 9, 8, and 22. Oxygen, 1 times 4 is 4. And this is now I'm showing you what it means. So 4 plus 18, or 18 plus 4, it is now 22. So instead, when I turn this into 18, I've added 4. 4, if I could actually write this, plus equals to 22. So now it is 9 for carbon, both of them have carbon. Hydrogen, it is 8 atoms, and oxygen is 22 atoms. And that is how you solve balanced equations. I hope you enjoyed, and bye!